guys, so this is going to be a really quick video. I just wanted to give you some pointers for the current challenge. In picture one, it states that you need to take some original line art and add to it. And I know a few people are like, oh my gosh, I can't draw. Don't worry, I can't either. So hopefully I can give you some quick pointers. First and foremost, I just want to remind everybody that simple patterns really go a long way. So I can draw one flower and I start with a circle in the middle, and then I just add, sorry guys, I'm not using the tripod tonight because I've got stuff all over the place and I'm trying to show you all of it as it's all over the place. So I just add simple hearts around the circle and then kind of start back in each area with these little hearts like so. Oh, I thought I lost my place. Again, just simple shapes can turn into something really pretty when you're adding more to somebody's line work. It's not necessarily, you know, something that you have to have a ton of skill in, just something that you can kind of mesh together. So there's my little flower. I use circles, hearts, and then I might just go whoosh and say, hey, here's a leaf. Because this is the only thing I know how to draw, I actually have a ton of these floating around my house and at work. So yeah, simple flower, circle, hearts, some more hearts really for the leaves, half hearts, whatever you want to call them. So that's one way to add to your line work. The other way that I've used recently is when Alina did this challenge. She said, you know, take a pattern, outline a shape in it, make the inside of the shape color, the outside of it all grays. So when I did this, really all I did, because I can't draw, and surprise, they're skeleton keys, is I pulled up an image on my laptop, and it was so funky, my daughter laughed at me, but I put the piece of paper over it and tipped my laptop screen backwards and traced. And that's how I got more line work on there. There actually is a Creative Commons law on this that states if you take somebody else's work and alter it, it becomes your own. I did learn this in a painting class recently. So every time we take a page of line art and color it, the line art still remains the original artist, but because we altered it, the work becomes our own. I'm not trying to justify taking somebody else's work, but if you add, you know, an image, if you trace an image onto somebody else's work, essentially you're changing both of them and it becomes a whole new piece. So don't be afraid to trace. I would say if you're tracing from two different books, try to give credit of where you found those images, just so that we're not denying anybody their efforts. This page here is actually, just in case anybody's wondering, Alina found these for me, geometrycoloringpages.com. It was a thick stack of papers, and they're just mandalas. Mentioning that mainly just because I grabbed the page. The final thing, when I did my name page in Magical Jungle, all of this here is added. Johanna Basford typically just does this little circle in the middle and lets you put your name in there. I traced with tissue paper out of her book these orchids. I attached this little piece to my phone and traced my own name. And then this little butterfly here is out of the Johanna Basford book as well, Magical Jungle, because I wanted it all to mesh. My cat is trying to walk on my book right now. So anyway, after I traced them with my name, I had to trace both sides to make sure that it wasn't backwards. I then laid it where I wanted it on my page, and I had to keep it very still. And then I took a round end of a pencil and just rubbed hard, and it left kind of a carbon copy imprint. And then I went back and traced over it. My name was done with a colored pencil. I did use black ink on the orchids before I colored them in. And then after the ink had dried completely, I went and erased any pencil line that was left behind so that it didn't look kind of funky. But that's how I did that with the orchids, the butterflies, and my name. So if you trace on one side and then trace on the other side, essentially you can get a double transfer out of one piece of paper. Just be careful because the paper does get thin, it can tear, and then when you start rubbing on it with that pencil or round tip of a pen, you know, it can kind of weaken the paper. So that's how I added to that. I know we do have members that can freehand this stuff pretty well. Kudos to them for being talented. These are the measures I resort to, and so hopefully these few little tips can help you guys. Just remember, simple shapes, use a light box, laptop, phone, if you can, to trace, or use this neat little tracing paper / tissue paper trick that I picked up on Amanda Hogg, and I apologize if I'm saying your name wrong. Amanda Hogg had actually taught me this tracing paper / tissue paper trick. I thought it was really neat. Anyways, so there's my quick video. I hope that helps all of you guys. If you have any questions, let me know either on the challenge thread, message me, or I guess you can comment on the YouTube video. Happy coloring!